Accused lizard overlord Mark Zuckerberg has suddenly become extraordinarily attractive. But does this sexiness come at a cost for Meta? Mark Zuckerberg is now too distracted. So I'm going to tell you why you should not buy into Meta or sell now if you hold shares. Now, I'm not going to give a recommendation without true due diligence. And I reviewed this academic journal and found an interesting graph. It's actually regarding attractiveness versus success. Mark Zuckerberg has been inputted into this graph, and these were the results. You can see here, previously in 2020 and prior, he was very successful and very unattractive. Everyone can agree. Now, moving forward, look at the change in this graph. There are arrows in case you missed it. He has gotten more attractive but less successful. I inputted myself into this graph, and it does look like sometimes there's outliers, and that's fine. Another prime example of this is King of the Earth, Elon Musk. Now, his success is extraordinary. Of course, there's been some recent controversies of people attempting to cancel this true innovator. An unrecognized skill of Elon Musk is his ability to maintain a low level of attractiveness to ensure success. Let's think about what pussy puller Mark Zuckerberg has actually been up to recently. Firstly, Facebook. Nobody uses that site. I refuse to believe anyone still posts photos on Facebook for any reason. Facebook is just for boomers. And sure, I have used it recently. When I want to get scammed, I go straight to Facebook Marketplace to lose my money. Then you'll hear, oh, Meta bought out Instagram, so that's where the growth will come from. I don't believe this is true. It will eventually become as useless as MySpace. That site is terrible, and competition is growing, and you'll see it coming fast. Even Chinese apps are getting utilized now. You would think after TikTok getting banned that a lot of users would come over to Meta, but instead they've decided to go to this app called Rednote. This just shows people hate these Western social media companies so much they'd rather be on an app in a language they don't understand. And now that Mark Zuckerberg is looking as good as ever, he decides to add AI bots to pretend to have friends because he sees everyone as a loser compared to himself. Obviously, there was going to be backlash to that to increase usage through AI. It's similar to those websites that say there's attractive women in my area that want to talk to me. Of course, I have multiple accounts on these websites and I wait for responses knowing they're bots. Do you want a major company to be acting like that? Maybe Meta will take more ideas from sites like this and start charging people to send messages. That wouldn't surprise me at all. And we shouldn't forget what other ideas Big Marky Mark has had. Remember the Metaverse where he went all in on that type of technology and couldn't even figure out how to get legs animated? It was disgraceful. I'm not even sure there's any users on that. And it seems like Mark was way too busy involving himself in orgies that he just threw out the idea to say, oh, let's include AI into this technology as well, which every single company seems to be doing at the moment. It's not going to work. Costs will blow out, and you'll see Metaverse quickly becoming a thing of the past. There has been some good news recently from the meta space. Mark came out and said he's removing fact checking. Now, that is supposed to increase free speech because it was a bot that removed discriminatory comments. And I'm all for it. Sure, let everyone say their favorite slur on your site. Even still, please subscribe to my channel and write a comment. Write your favorite slur in the comments, please. Seriously, though, Mark is obviously getting close to Trump since he's won the election. He even publicly donated for his inauguration. There has been some big donations coming in thick and fast to prove that some CEOs love Trump. I would guess it's because Trump loves getting publicly complimented, and this is just a party for Trump. And if you're good friends with Trump, he may be a little bit lax around some regulations. Mark's been up to a few other things. He went and ate at the terribly named Mar-a-Lago, which is Trump's golf course. certainly trying to get as close as possible to Mr. President. Also, Dana White is now on the board. I can only imagine how annoying he would be there. If you were playing a word association game, would you ever say Dana White to the words innovative company? Maybe Dana White is already involved though in mentoring Mark, because I have seen that there's news that Mark decided to fire at least 1,000 people. That sounds like the Dana White that I know and love. One thing that you can't ignore, and that is the rising revenue from Meta. A major contributor to this is Meta's platform's revenue. It's risen by 32.5% from 118 billion in 2021 to 156 billion for the last 12-month period. And this article was in December 2024. I don't believe this will continue, and it's been overstated the amount of growth that will occur. Look how much growth there has already been in the last 12 months. This shows that a lot of this action is priced in already. Mark Zuckerberg is a prime example of why bullying works. He has turned from that surfing photo into an absolute god. I appreciate a good transformation as much as anyone else, but there is a cost for looking that good, and that's why Meta will go down. There is an earnings call for Meta scheduled for Jan 29, and we will see that Meta is overstated. Please like this video for more high-level investigative journalism, and always remember, buy high and sell low.